Okay, so each year when we do this study, we present each of these audiences with a number of representative income options. They aren't designed to be any particular company's uh, options, but they're designed to represent the types of things that are likely to be seen on the market. And we change them up each year. So we typically present those options with kind of in paragraph form. We name them, give a paragraph, say how much they might cost, and that's it. And this year we did that in the qualitative research when the focus groups and the in-depth interviews, we provided that paragraph form. But we got some pretty strong feedback from some of the focus group participants and even frankly some of our sponsoring organizations to suggest why don't we instead present the options in grid form as we're showing here. And this is what we did for this year's surveys. And my guess is we'll continue something like this going forward to lay out the options in a way that makes it easier to compare them. It's still a lot to take in all at once, but I think it's better than just giving them long paragraphs to compare. So there were 4 options this year. There was one we called systematic income, which was kind of a new flavor of a systematic withdrawal, where this was actually a fund that makes the distributions rather than just an option where you can just have money sent to you. And then we had 3 options that had guaranteed lifetime income involved in them in some way. One was a fixed index guaranteed income option. That option is similar to how a guaranteed lifetime withdrawal option on a fixed index annuity might work. Then we had one that we call diversified investments with guaranteed income. And we didn't define here exactly how the investments would work. And you'll see 2 slides from now what we did with that. But this was one that essentially had 2 components. One was a diversified portfolio, and the second was a component that provides guaranteed lifetime income. And then the final option was just your plain vanilla straight lifetime income type feature. And we provided representative pricing for all of them at the bottom as well. After they had a minute or two to kind of digest this, and they could always click back to see it again, we asked them, well, how interested are you in each of these concepts? And this left chart is very consistent year to year. No matter what options we show them, we get very high levels of interest. So here on the left, we're seeing that over 8 and 10 participants and sponsors are somewhat or very interested in each and every one of the options we showed. Then we asked them a follow-up question and we say, okay, well, which of these do you think is the best fit for you or best fit for your plan participants, if we're asking sponsors? And this year there really was no clear winner. Certainly among the plan sponsors, it was almost a tie between the diversified investments with guaranteed income and the fixed index guaranteed income at 35 and 31% respectively. And then for the the plan participants, 35% preferred just the plain vanilla straight guaranteed lifetime income, but 32%, which isn't far from that, also like the diversified investment one. What I think is also notable here is that the non-guaranteed, the option without guaranteed lifetime income was the least popular among both audiences, and that is also consistent with past results. So for that diversified option, we then had a follow-up question that we asked anybody who expressed even some interest in that option, if they'd prefer to have the underlying investment component be more like a TDF, a target date fund, described on the left side here, or something more like a managed account, as described on the right-hand side. And we got a definite leaning towards the managed account side, especially among the plan sponsors. And what's interesting is that in the 2023 program, we asked this same question, and the interest in managed account with guaranteed lifetime income is about 10 percentage points higher among both audiences than it was in the previous year.